health. But before we talk about secret of true health, one question very interesting. What is true health? What is true health? Okay. Now, let me just show you here. Okay. My question here, I have a question here. I ask you, during this COVID time, what concerns you more? Are you naturally more concerned about health? Be more worried about the uncertainties, all the things. Cases are going up, going up. Now I pull out this information. This is like 1 year ago. This is like 1 year plus ago. Okay, it was 267. Then exactly 1 year later, new cases daily has gone up to 600. 600 wasn't the highest, so it went up to 800,000 in a day. So in something like that. So this is health. Then what about the finance, the economy, the whole world has been affected. Malaysia is another places that has been really affected. But at the same time, what about this? When every time we talk about COVID, what about all these things? Isn't it still a problem? Okay, even before the COVID comes, isn't all these things already given us a lot of headaches? When you hear somebody get cancer, what do you immediately think of? Yes, it's true. When someone has cancer, it's not just health, right? But it's got to do with the finance, right? When someone has cancer, it's not just his problem, it becomes a family's problem, right? So in 2017, 9.6 million people died of cancer. So but what is the solution? We all know the problems, but what solutions do we have? When it comes to health, what is the solution? Hospital, medicine, supplements, or somebody, just I don't know what to do. So just buy insurance. At least if I'm unlucky, if I get cancer, I have money, right? Oh, but what about finance? What is your counteractive movement? Do you look for more jobs? More jobs, more money, or you borrow money, or some people actually went into money game? Have you seen people like that besides you? Now, my story. This is my story. Before this, I am just a very normal family. So I don't have a story like I have very poor. I go to forest to hunt to eat. No, I don't have that. I'm just very normal family. How normal? If people ask me, your children when you grow up, they want to go to university, which country you want to go to? I say I don't know, because I have no plan. I cannot have long-term plan. I have went to many businesses, many to differences. I did well. I did well in some of the businesses, but something happens, the company crumble down. Then I have to start all over again. So this has been more my life for my first 20 years of the working life. So I put out these photos in Italy, right? But do you know that that was the when I was with my wife, since I met my wife in 1998 until 2011, the 15 years we have been to, that's the holiday place we have been to, plus another Thailand, right? So we have never been to hospitals. But my turning point comes in September 2011, and I saw a video about Japan, turn my life upside down. No, not upside down, right side up. So this is what I want. This is the kind of life that I want. So now it becomes right side up. Today, because of this amazing business, I have been traveling many countries, and I have friends in all these countries. And today we have passive income. So much so that in the year of 2020, it was COVID time, but business are okay. And we have we now right now this business we can pass to our next generations. Okay, so and not only that, I did this with a group of friends. I have built so many new friendships over the past few years. We were so blessed in the last 10 years. Yeah. So my story is to share with you the secret to health. If you want true health, it must come from three areas. Number one, bodily health. Okay. But number two, financial health is also equal. But the third is the peace of mind. So we want all these three things. Now, how do we get it? I have a proposal for you. In this proposal, we're going to look at 5 areas. If you want to look at any business opportunity, say there's business opportunity, but you must look at these 5 areas first, okay? Now, the company must be strong. The product must be good. Now, forget about if the company is not strong, don't go into this kind of company. You don't want a short-term solution. You want something that's long-term. You want something that have really good product, so that they know there's a market there. You want a good business plan, right? To make sure that the company is good, the product is good, but you can make money. So the business plan is very important. Short-term, you want to make good money fast, but you want to also, that business plan can be for something long-term. Also, then after that, we'll talk about what kind of supports. If I want to do this business, so what kind of support would I get? And number 5, in every restaurants, it all talks about what? If the success of restaurant is location, 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 right? So in business, it's always timing, timing, timing. So is this the right timing that I come in? Okay, so we are going to look at these 5 areas. Yeah, okay, you here with me, right? So let's go straight into it. So A, the first company, 46 years old. It's a Japan manufacturer. They are called Enagic Incorporation. 46 years old, right? This company, they are now not only just in Japan, they are also actually in overseas. They have 23 countries in 40 different locations. I've been to all these those places. I have been visited some of the offices here, right? So they have properties in US and properties in Japan. Okay, so that is easy. So B, what kind of product? Their product is something called Kangen water. Kangen water. Now, 5 things you need to know about Kangen water. Okay, so because sometimes when we talk about Kangen water, oh, I heard about it. But you look at these 5 things. Let's see whether you know anything about Kangen water. Okay. Now, so number 1, first thing first, Kangen water is not a water filter, and it is not an alkaline water. Get this into your into your mind. We are not talking about water filter. We are not talking about alkaline water. I did not buy this for the water filter. I drink Kangen water because I want good health for my family. Now, if you go to the internet, you do a search on Kangen water, you will have 2 extremes. Number 1, people are talking about how their health improved because they have been drinking this amazing water. That's number 1. Or the other extreme, there will be other competitors. They are all, instead of talking about how good their water is, they want to talk about Kangen water not good, like that, because it becomes a threat to them. Now, but if you search electrolytes reduced water, you do a search electrolytes reduced water, and then this is a medical name of Enagic, of Kangen water. You actually can find a lot of medical research reports talking about the benefits of Kangen water. So Dr. Gabriel Cousins, Conscious Eating, he says this: water ionization could be one of the most important health breakthrough in our era. One of the most important health breakthrough in our era. Wow, that is not some means word, it is really strong sentence. This is one of the articles that I actually pull up from internet. So if you Google this, electrolytes reduced water, and especially you write the word scholarly article, okay? So you try this, Google scholarly article, electrolytes reduced water. You can actually see your Google there is Google Scholar. That means Google Scholar is articles, research reports. This is for the scholars. That means for doctors, scientists to read. So this is one of the thing about reduced water, advanced research on the health benefit of reduced water. So it is not alkaline water. It is not just water filter. So this is the first thing you must remember. Okay. So if you see, there are many places in the world they have a miracle water. Then you ask, what do they have in common? Yeah, the answer of this miracle water is they have a lot of hydrogen. That's why people, my friends, if you have drank Kangen water, fresh Kangen water before, you will see there's a lot of bubbles inside, right? So that bubble is actually hydrogen. It is not, my friends say, oh, a lot of oxygen. No, it's not oxygen, it's hydrogen. And this hydrogen is actually antioxidant and anti-aging and anti-inflammation. Now, 9 years ago, I almost fell into the same trap. Immediately I heard about Kangen water. I thought that is just another water filter. So you imagine when I start to do some research and I found that inside there's a lot of active hydrogen And this active agent is antioxidant. You can imagine my jaw almost dropped because over the years I have been with many different companies. I know how important is antioxidant, but I just cannot imagine. I know antioxidant is in bottles of supplements, whatever supplements that you're using, whatever fruit juices you're drinking, antioxidant. But I just can't imagine it. If you can drink water and you get antioxidant, that's anti-aging, that's anti-inflammation, that's anti-cancerous. Can you imagine that? Why didn't I know about it 20 years ago when I was younger? All right. So this is Dr. Jack Carpenter. He is one of the doctors, US doctors, but he went to Japan. He saw how Japan hospital was using some of this water for treatment. So he came back and wrote a book about Kangen water. And he says this, if you have fish in the fish tank, one day you come back, the water is dirty, your fish is unhealthy. What would you do? My friend, what would you do? Type in the chat box. Okay, type in the chat box. Tell me, what would you do? If you come back, your fish is very dirty, the fish tank is dirty, the fish is dying, what do you do? Change water. Are you sure? Or how many of you actually do this? Give pills, give vitamins, give medicines. No, of course you change water, right? So this is a simple illustration we all know, but think about it, all of us. How do we handle our health? When we have sick, we go to see doctors. When we are sick, we take medicines. When we are sick, we take supplements. How many of you actually thought of water? You see, we all know that we need to change water, but we never thought of that. We are also made by water. With 70% of our body is water. You see? So that's the first thing. Now, secondly, Kangen water is not about marketing. It is not, marketing means something, wow, you push it up, you talk about it so nice. No, this is science. Science means it can be tested, it can be measured. So this is the three properties of Kangen water. It has high antioxidant, that's why it is anti-aging. Number two, it can actually alkalize your body. Because the alkalinity balance for because our lifestyle is also just overly acidic. And thirdly, the clusters are so small that we can absorb the nutrients and detox easily. Okay, so first one, antioxidant. Now, in order to understand antioxidant, the easiest is you look at apples. You cut the apples, then the apple turns brown. What does it mean? That is the apple become oxidized. Why does it become oxidized? Because of the red monster in the middle. There is something called free radicals. Free radicals come and attack our cells and it create a chain reaction. That's why the apple become brown. What did you do to the apple? Nothing. You cut it, you leave it in the air. Just because the air comes in, the air inside there's a lot of free radicals, so this happens. Can you imagine that? This is the same air that we breathe in every day. So this is aging is happening in our body also. Right? Sometimes it is very minimum. You might see it as a forms of wrinkles here and there. It's called aging, right? But sometimes these oxidations get too serious. You know what is it? Yeah, it can cause many other kind of sicknesses inside the body, which you cannot see. Now, if free radical is our enemy, then what? Our good friend here is antioxidant. Antioxidant is our good friend. Antioxidant stops the free radical. It looks for the free radicals. Now, that's why you go to every company, you go to a pharmacy, you look at their shelf, you will see all of them are talking about antioxidants. It's common things. Vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin A, these are all different types of antioxidants. Now, even skincare companies, they talk about anti-aging products. It's also high in antioxidants. So where can you get this? Naturally, we can get it from our fruits, but for not easy for city people now, right? So we end up taking a lot of supplements. This is where we get our antioxidant. There's sometimes we forgot about it. Sometimes we just leave it in the shelf. Forgot about it. They expire, But now, imagine if you have this Kangen water machine at your home. This is not just a machine, it's a factory. It can produce the water unlimitedly. It just produces this water. How much water do you want? You can have the water the whole day. You can have it the whole family. or if you can give to the whole village if you want, whole city if you want to give, right? It's up to you. This is something for the whole family. Can you imagine that? So when I first think about this, I said, wow, I said, I can't imagine that water inside your antioxidant. I know antioxidant, I need to buy it per bottles, per person, per month, per year, right? But what if you have this machine and then you can keep drinking and drinking and drinking and producing it like a factory? Okay, so that's the first characteristic of Kangen water. Secondly, this water is mildly alkaline. Now, so this chart is quite self-explanation. People already know if your lifestyle, if your food is too acidic, then you get into many kind of sicknesses. So we want to keep our body healthy. We want to maintain alkaline. So we know food. Wait, what kind of food is alkaline? What kind of food is acidic? But the problem here, we all love the red color one, right? We all love those not supposed to take, but we just love it so much. It's acidic. So how do I build my body alkaline? Have you ever thought that it can be in water? Have you ever thought that water, not only neutral, sometimes some of the water that you have been drinking every day is acidic? Have you ever thought of that? So if you know your friends, okay, they can send you a video after this seminar. They could send you a video. You'll be surprised to see many of the bottles that we are drinking is actually acidic. You pay money to buy acidic water and put inside your body. Now, Kangen water is mild alkaline. We drink pH 8.5 to 9.5, and this will help us a lot. Okay, so it's not something. It's not high. It's not like you drink 1 or 2 cups. It's just continuous. You just drink and drink and drink. It helps you to balance up the acidity. Okay, so that's the second part. All right. Now the third part of the third characteristic of Kangen water is it is micro clusters. What does it mean? It literally means the clusters are so small that your body can absorb. Now, question: why do we need water in our body? Is it important? You ask me. Your body 72% is water. Is it important? Of course. If something is 72%, of course it's important, right? It's just that we never thought about it. Why do we need water? Many functions, but commonly, number one, you need the water to channel all the good things into your body. The nutrients have to go to your body. Even your oxygen, you breathe in oxygen is in your lung. How does it go to your body? Blood. Blood is essentially water. Then the second thing that you need to do is you need to detox. How do you get rid of your rubbish inside your body and throw it out from your body? Again, water in the form of sweat, pee, or even past motion. So that's the thing. So water does. But yet, so many of us, we don't like to drink water. How many of you are like that? Actually, I'm one of it. I don't like to drink water. I don't drink any water with no color, and I don't like to drink water without no taste. So I drink all kind of water except plain water. Now, this is 10 years ago. That was how I was. Right? Why? Because every time I drink water, I feel very bloated. I don't like it. I don't understand why. Now I understand. Because when I drink the normal water, the clusters, the regular clusters are like 20 molecules or more. So these are very big clusters. The body cannot absorb. That's why I don't like to drink water. I don't like the feeling when I'm bloated, like I want to vomit. But if you are drinking Kangen water, have you not noticed that it is so easy to drink? Now, this morning I wake up, I drink 1 liter, one go. Okay. In the past, it's impossible. It's impossible. Not even 300 ml in one go. But today I can drink 1 liter in one go. Why? The clusters are so much smaller, easy for the body to absorb it. Now, think about this. If your body needs water to transport the nutrients to your body, isn't it the microcluster so small, easy to bring in the good things inside? And if your body needs water to transport the rubbish out of your body, isn't it when it's in microclusters, it's easy to come out? That's why one of the first thing when people drink about Kangen water, they feel it is actually what? It's actually they say, oh, it's so easy to go to toilet now. Pass motion is easy, pee a lot, a lot of pee. Oh, that is the first thing people see, right? Oh. Okay, so the third thing like this. But Mr. Chin, my friend says, no, I always hear like this. I said, my friend say, oh, your friends is, so I will ask, what do you mean by your friend? Your friend is a doctor? Your friend is what? What is your friend? I said, my friend says, okay, what about this? Have you seen these experts? These are doctors. These are Bob Wright, founder, American Anti-Cancer Institute, Dr. Hilary Shinya, Dr. Horst Fuser, Dr. Peggy Parker, Dr. Deb Carpenter. These are not employees of Enagic. Enagic did not employ them and give them money to say how good is the product. No, these are doctors. They are themselves, they are doctors. They just happens to stumble across Kangen water, fall in love with them, and now these are the people who talk good names about Kangen water. Some of them, they even write books. When they write the books, you actually can see they talk about Kangen water inside. So who would you believe? Would you believe your friends, or would you believe these kind of doctors, or even would you believe in books? Okay, so I don't believe in my friends because I know my friends, they are just friends, they are good friends, but they are not experts. I don't believe in brochures either, because I look at brochures, I want to throw. If I see brochures on my car screen, windscreen there, I want to throw away the brochures. I don't like to look at brochures. But books is different. When people write it in books, they are advocating it, they are recommending it. I think that it carries a lot of weight. Now, one of them is Bob Wright. He is the founder, chairman of American Anti-Cancer Institute. He wrote this book, Killing Cancer, Not People. For 18 years, he studied what is the best natural way. Okay, so he doesn't teach you how to do chemo. He teach you how to do the natural way. And he says this: the ACI chose alkaline ionized water as our number one recommended natural product for cancer patients and cancer prevention. The number one recommended natural product for cancer patients and cancer prevention. Now, isn't this interesting? If What if we know about this 20 years ago, 30 years ago? What if we knew about this 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Cancer prevention is for the whole family. So if I know about this 20 years ago, my whole family could have been drinking Kangen water. Start cancer prevention 20 years ago. If only I knew about this, right? But we all don't know. We all only know, okay, if you have cancer, you got to do chemotherapy. That's how the hospital tell us. But we have hardly have any ideas about how to prevent cancer. Now, but Enagic, this company is different. This machine is made in Osaka. Whether you are buying it in US, Malaysia, or you're buying it in Hong Kong, buying in Australia, the machine is made in one factory in Osaka. This factory is certified as a medical device manufacturer. The certificates that they have is ISO and Japan Ministry. I will show you, okay? I'll show you this one. These are the two certificates that's so special. The left one hand side is by the Japan Ministry of Health. It clearly states that this is a medical device. Okay, it's a medical device manufacturer. And the right hand side is ISO 13485. Of course, the left hand side is Japan Ministry of Health. Is only good for Japan, right? But when it comes to ISO 13485, it's an international standard, right? Okay, so 13485 says that it is a medical device. Okay, now, but in Malaysia, I need to explain. In Malaysia and many other countries, we are from Dubai. Dubai is the same thing. In Malaysia, we only receive SIRIM. SIRIM is a local certification. We did not go for medical device. Just as in Dubai, they did not go for medical device. Why? Because our target market are not hospitals. In Malaysia, if you want to sell something to hospital, you need to have the medical device certifications. But not our company. This is not our target market. Our target market is you and me, your house and my house. Normal people like you and me, so that we can drink and be healthier. That's how we are. Okay. So no wonder 10 years ago, when I saw this certificate, I think this certificate is the one that kicked me into the decisions, because this is a certification by Japan Association of Preventive Medicines for adult diseases. This is an association for doctors. You and me, we can't join. These are the doctors, 6,000 over doctors, but they want to teach people how to prevent sicknesses, prevent degenerative diseases. So they teach people what kind of things to take. And Enagic has this certification. The Kangen water has this certification, and I think this speaks a lot. When 6,000 over doctors in the associations like that, they recommend people to do this to prevent sicknesses, to get good health. I think that is really, really, really good. Okay, right. So sometimes a lot of our friends, they come back and tell me, this afternoon I'm just talking to a friend, and he started asking me, hey, my friend show me this. I say, yes, there are many other makes outside. So what is the difference between Kangen water and their water? Because again, if you look at the brochures, they all say that they are very nice. They are the best in the world, everyone, right? Okay. So you want to ask that question. The theory is the same. The theory is the same, okay? Do you know rocket can go to moon? Okay? Rocket can go to moon. You know the theory, right? Can you make one rocket for me? The theory is the same, but whether can they make it or not? So you want to look at same thing. The factory. Do they have ISO 13485? Where is their factory? Do they even have their factory? Do they have? Why did the doctors and books they recommended Kangen water and not the other machines? So this is something interesting, right? No wonder if you read this, some of you read a bit of Chinese, it's actually Japanese word, okay? But if you understand Chinese, you will understand that. Now you see the 1, 2, 3 beneath that. You know what? That is the sales report in Japan for water filters and all these machines. Number 1, K8, number 2, SD501, number 3, GR2, 1, 2, 3 is all from Enagic. 1, 2, 3 is all from Enagic. Yeah. So it tells you how it is done. No wonder if you go to the internet and do some research, you can see a lot of this. Yeah. Movie stars, they take photo with Kangen water. Again, they are not being paid. None of them are getting paid. They are taking this photo because they like it. They love it. That's why they love it. Okay. Hong Kong, same thing. They took. Okay. So when was the last time you buy a washing machine and then you quickly take the washing machine and hold the washing machine and then you put on Facebook here, I bought the washing machine. I have washing machine at home now. How many of you do that? No, right? But you look at them, they really love Kangen water. Okay, so it is not about theories. It is a Kangen stories. Now, Kangen water actually have 5 types of water. Some of them you can drink, some of them you use for outside, like beauty water, and outside for sanitizing. Now, I just want to very quickly show you a few things, right? So if you drink Kangen water, what will happen? Look at our members. These are their stories. How do they drink Kangen water? And in the middle there is Ken, how they drink Kangen water, and so blood pressure has came down. On the left hand side, this is talking about the father. He's talking about the father. The father drink 1 week, it from 26.8. What is this blood sugar level? It drops to 14, and then another week later, 2 weeks later, it drops to 7. 7 is like normal, almost like normal already. So these are some of the things. Then we also have stories about cancers, tumors, like that. Now we are not doing medical claims here. But these stories, there are a lot, and it happens again. People talk about how they improve. Yeah. So if you want to see all these stories, including like hair loss, how do they grow hair, including like how do they drink Kangen water and become more beautiful, right? Become more beautiful, more prettier. If you want all these stories, ask your friends. Your friends are more than happy to actually send you all this information. We have too many, actually. We have too many. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you for 3 hours. I'm going to tell you all the stories that I have, right? So like this one at the bottom one, you know that little girl. You look at right hand side, she's recovered, right? Do you know that the first photo to that is actually about 3 months, but you know that first photo is already 8 months. It's like that. Okay, that is her piece. This now, what did they do? They drink Kangen water and also spray it with strong acidic water. Now, and these stories are happening again and again and again and again and again and again. And bottom one, the one, the fourth photos, bottom one is actually my cat. My cat. Okay, my cat who has a wound at the bottom, is the tummy area there, and we didn't do anything. No medicines, just strong acidic water. Okay, and again, my son. Okay, don't try this at home. Okay, if you don't have Kangen water, don't try this at home. If you don't have Kangen water, anything happen like this, go to hospital. That's all I need to tell you. Go to hospital. But if you have Kangen water at home, learn how to use it. Learn how to use strong acidic water. It helps a lot, right? Okay. So number 5. Okay. How much? How much? All right. Now this machine, you already remember, is the easiest, is most economic, and the most stress-free way, good health for whole family. Now you drink Kangen water for good health, but you are also using, there are 5 types of water in the machine there. So this 5 type of machine, you can use it for your skin, for your nose, for your ears, for your eyes, everything. You remove pesticides from your greens. These are all that you use. Okay, but you also use a strong acidic water in the situation of accidents like emergency. That's how you use strong acidic water. I've shown you some of the photos. Okay, now, but you ask yourself this question: how much would it cost when one of your family got sick? What if it is something like cancer, or what if it is something, it is like, not even cancer, what about diabetes? No, so when someone has diabetes, it's not even, it's not killing, but it's not just money, it is also years and years and years of suffering, right? So it's always better to prevent, right? It's better to prevent than heal. We know this, but here, how does it cost? What does it cost to keep your whole family healthy? We understand it's better to prevent. Prevent is always better than cure. But how much? Okay, let me just do an exercise with you. Okay, so let's say I have something called a super juice, right? Like 200 ringgit. Okay, 200 ringgit, $50, $50. And let's say this super juice is really super. It can do all these things. Okay, can do all these things, right? So all you need to do is drink it every day, one small cup. So this bottle probably about 2 weeks. Okay. So question: how much is it for a family of 4? Okay. So you do a calculation. 1 month, 2 bottles. 1 year, you would have to take 2 bottles, right? How many years you have to take? Please don't tell me that you drink for 2 years, then after that you are healthy for the next 20 years. There's no such thing, right? So if you want to be healthy, you drink for 20 years, and then you count it by 4 in the family. So how much is this? That bottle of juice will cost you 382,000 ringgit. That is the price in Malaysia for our Malaysia car is expensive. Okay, so a Series 5 is 382,000, 90,000 US dollars. Or maybe even a condo. So it is not cheap. Good health is never free. It used to be, I want good health, I take organic fruit, I live lifestyle. Last time, maybe it will work. Now it's very hard to say. But we all know sickness is even more expensive. By the way, all of this, right? You can find it testimonies of Kangen water. Okay, all of this you can find testimonies as in using Kangen water. You can find it, right? Now, so it is going to cost you if you're going to continue to take supplements. Now, but what is the option here? Here is this. We have the Kangen water machine. We have few different models. You can ask your friend for the information. These models, remember, it uses for 20 years. So this is not the kind of water filter you use for 3-4 years, then you change, then you buy a new one, then you change, you buy a new one. You just buy according to what you saw on TV advertisement, right? No, this is something that is good enough for 20-25 years. Right? So if you do calculations of 20 years, it is about 2 ringgit a day. Yeah, that's how much, 2 ringgit a day. Okay, 50 cents US dollars per day. This is how much. And that is for the whole family, whole family, right? Now, of course, payment. So you say, yeah, what about payment? It is not easy to come up with one-time payment. I might not be able to. Okay, then talk to your friends because we have the interest-free easy payments. So if you are paying for, let's say like you take it for 2 years to pay, right? 2 years pay interest-free is like 583 ringgit. Now, ask you again, 583, you can buy how many bottles of the super juice? Buy 2 bottle plus, you know? Okay. But then you use it for 24, but this is 24 months, but you use it for 20 years, right? You see. Then the other thing is what people, they ask, what about the after sales cost? After this, how much does it cost to change the filter? Yes, filter you will need to change because filter one is dirty, you have to change, right? So that filter is good enough for 6,000 liters of water coming in. 6,000 liters. So how much is 6,000 liters? If you have a small family, 1 year. If you have a bigger family, like four people in a family like that, all right, that will maybe 1 year you may need 2 filters. You know how much is a filter? Our filter is about a ringgit a day. A ringgit a day, 361 ringgit for 370 ringgit for one filter. So isn't it is like 1 ringgit a day? So if you use 2 filters a year, it will be like 2 ringgit a day. So that is the best part about Kangen water. For many years, we always, especially Malaysians, we always ask, okay, what is the after sales service? What happened if there's anything wrong? What about your technicians? Who is coming to service the machine? We all ask this question, right? But in Enagic, you don't ask this question because the Japanese did it totally different. Japanese make this machine so user friendly. You can actually install it yourself. You can actually also change the filter by yourself, and you will never need a technician in your house. You can actually do the maintenance once a month yourself. Watch a video, then after that you can do it. Yeah, that's how Japanese they design the whole thing. So think about this. Many years ago, we used a handphone. What do we buy a handphone for? We buy a mobile phone because we want to make phone calls, right? So the phones, they become smaller. But today you see the phone suddenly become bigger again. Why? Because now they want phone not just for making phone calls. They want phone for Zoom, for many other functions. But same also in Malaysia or in Indonesia or in many other countries, the same thing. People, we cannot drink tap water. It's so dirty. So we got to filter it. So people started to buy filter machines. But imagine what will be the future is. One, you drink water filter, clean water. So you want to be healthy again, you go and buy your supplements again, right? Because that is just a water filter, give you clean water. But today, suddenly, there is this Kangen water that has a lot of antioxidant inside, anti-aging, and it's so many functions, and recommended by doctors and scientists, and recommended by American Anti-Cancer Institute to prevent cancer. Tell me why, my friend, which one would you drink for the rest of your life? That means for the next 50 years, for example. For the next 60, 70 years, you're so long live, right? So what will you drink? Of course. Do you see that is the trend that is going on? Do you see that is the trend going on? Did you smell that? Then there is a business behind this, right? So here I want to share with you this very quickly in a simplified way. This amazing business called this is the Enagic Global Business Plan, right? So firstly, if you come in this, the one that I want to think is no worries, no pressure. Why? Because there's no money maintenance, there's no monthly targets, no demotion. Enagic, this Japanese company, very simplified. If you bought the machine, you are called a user, but you can be a distributor too. When you introduce to somebody, you get paid. When you don't introduce, you don't get paid. So that is their referral programs. Where did the money come from? Now, in traditional business, from the factory to come to the customers, They will have to go through many different channels, wholesaler, retailer, all this. They have marketing costs, they have overheads, renovations, all these kind of things, right? But all these distribution channels could have taken over 40% to 80%. So something that's at 100 ringgit, maybe the cost is only 30, 40 ringgit only. Because in between, they took out a lot of the distribution channel. Everybody has to expect some money, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's just normal. But you and me, we are called the customers. We don't get anything. We don't get anything. We are the customers. We don't get anything. Okay. Now, but in Enagic, they cut out all this. They are direct from the factory directly to the customers. So when they cut off the distributing channels, there's no advertisement. That's why I tell you that there's no advertisement at all those things. And now they give it back to the customers. Customers are you and me. People doesn't mind to share the good news with other people. So here the margin is as high as 60%. Now, friends, if you are in a business, would you like, have you heard your friends say, okay, business is difficult to do, our margins are very little. Have you seen your friends doing like that? Or are you in a business like that? Your margin is very little. But my friend, would you like to be a business that the margin is like 60%? How would you like it? How many of you like the margin that is like 60% one? How many of you like? Okay, type in the chat box. Let me see. Okay, if you like this. Oh, I like this. I like to be in the business that has good margin. Then I don't have to, I don't have to struggle over it. Now, so traditional MLM, people say, is this something like MLM? I say, yeah. I'll say, okay, why do you ask about this MLM? I say, I don't like MLM. My friend say, okay. So I say, I also don't like MLM. Why? Because whenever we talk about MLM, we hear this kind of image. Okay, one, you introduce two people introduce four people, you don't need to work anymore. Now, I know somewhere there, something has gone wrong, right? It sounds too easy. I don't believe in that. Enagic doesn't believe in that too. Enagic has the point system. This is you. It's totally up to you. You want to introduce to other people or not. If you introduce to other people, you get paid. That's called your direct sales. But what you do is you teach them to do the same thing. So if they introduce other people, they get paid. You get paid too, because that is called indirect sales or overriding. So you get paid for both direct sales and indirect sales. That is your group sales. So the key here is this: every friend is a business partner. Every business partner is like a franchise shop to me. So I do not like to have a lot of customers. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like a lot of customers. No, I introduce KANGEN Motors to my friends. Okay, even though I know them, but now they become my friends. I like to think of them as my business partners, as my friend. I do not like to think of them like a customer. You get what I mean? Because when they are my friends, I want them to know how to drink the water properly, be healthy, but I also want them to make money together. So that's our job. Your job is to open as many shops. All your friends, it's like a shop. But if you don't teach them what to do, or you don't share with them, then they will not know what to do. It's like the shop, but they never open the doors. So you open as many shops and teach them to do the same thing, right? And you pay no rentals. You don't need to pay any rentals for all this franchise. So that is your license. That machine that you own for good health for your family is already your franchise license for the rest of your life. Okay, and you can do this internationally. So this is the point system that they have. Wow, if you want to listen to point system, it's a bit like quite you're going to listen to it a few times, right? Because when it comes to marketing pen, it's like that. So today I want to give you very simplified one, right? We call it the point systems. You introduce to your friends, but you also teach them to do the same things, right? Now imagine, so as your group of people grow and grow and grow, you from 1A you uprank to 2A to become 3A to 4A to 5A to 6A. 6A is someone who has 100 group cells. Okay. Now, I only have 2 keywords here for you to understand. Number 1, going up ranks has no time limit, no time frame, and it is accumulative. How many of you like this? How many of you like this accumulative? You know what's the opposite? Opposite is zero. It's zero up. Zero up. That means every month new targets. How many of you love every month new targets? Okay, you didn't did it. Okay, please go back to 1A. You start all over again. How many of you like targets like that? Or how many of you like accumulative? Type there. Tell me accumulative. You like A there. Type down there. I want to see in the chat box that you work with me. A. Okay. So here's a second thing. Second thing, right? Go to 100. Okay, Chin, you mean if I sell to 100 people, I'll become 6 here, right? No. I didn't say that. I say 100 group sales.
Okay.
整佢哋瞓啊，嗰啲啦。
你整咩？
你喺度我點啊？
Someone just came up. Okay, let me just mute everybody first. So that, okay. All right. So I mute you now. You can't unmute yourself temporarily. Okay. So the second thing, very important, right? You see the word group sales. I did not say you sell to 100 people. I am saying that your group. So when I first look at this, I said, wow, that's very difficult to become a 600 persons. But when I understand it's group sales, it's different. So I talk to my friends and I teach them to do the same thing. I introduce to 15 people, and then 15 people, some of them introduce, some of them they don't introduce other people, okay, it's human being, right? So, but I already got 100 through my 15 friends. So how many of you like group sales? You like group sales? Type A again. Or how many of you know I don't want people to help me, I want to do it myself? Type B. How many of you like group sales? How many of you like personal sales? Okay. You see? Obvious, right? Okay. Now, so just remember these two things is accumulative and group sales. So what does it mean? It means everyone, if you want to do it, you will eventually become a 6A. It's just that, are you serious or not? Are you doing it fast or not? Are you doing it fast or doing it slow? But eventually everyone can get there. Yeah. Okay. So I have a 4-step goals here that I want to suggest to you. Okay. From the starting until the ultimately, what are we actually looking for? So the starting is this. Some people say, hey, right, I buy the machine. I may not want to do the business, but I don't mind. Can I earn back the machine? Can I earn back the machine? All right. Can. There are 2 ways. Number 1, if you introduce to 8 or 9%, again, no time frame, 8 or 9% in 8 or 9 days, or in 8 or 9 years, it doesn't matter. Every time you introduce someone, company will pay referral fee. So you're 8 or 9 friends, your machine will be free, right? Or you can do this. You introduce to 3 person. Now you teach them to introduce 3 person each. In this way, you also will get it free. Now, my friend, how many of you think 1A is easier or 1B easier? Please type down there. Please choose one. 1A is easier or 1B easier to you? Right, okay. Just as I thought, I have asked many people. I have never seen someone who wants a 1A. Definitely 1B, right? Okay, so if you like 1B, I also like it. Now, if you like 1B, all these commissions are all paid daily, okay? In Malaysia, 10 days later, they will pay you, but they're counting it every day, okay? Now, if you like 1B, then I want to teach you how to earn 40,000 to 50,000. How many of you like 40,000 to 50,000? Okay, I want to teach you, okay? Now, how to earn 50,000. So you just imagine this is a project. I want to earn 40 to 50,000. So how do you do it? Number 1, you earn back your machine first, okay? Then number 2, all you need to do is don't stop there. Why you stop at 3? Can you continue to go? The white color one is when you continue to go to other people. You do more than 3. Can you do 4 or 5? Can you also teach your friends to do 4 or 5? And that's how you get to 20. So by the time you get to 20, we call this a 4A rank. Okay. By the time you get to 4A rank, you have already earned 40 to 50,000. Now, what does the 40,000, 50,000 mean? That means your commission from your first machine until the 20th machine. Okay. All these commission add up together, it's about 40 to 50,000 ringgit. Okay, now see the white color one. 85% of 4A will make it to 6A. But there's something very interesting here. This 4A is such a key point. If you are willing to do this, 85% of these 4As, they will become a 6A. This is a statistic from Enagic USA, okay? If you are willing to do this to get into the 4A column, right? So 85% of these 4As will make it to 6As. Do you know what is 6A? 6As, those people will hunt 100 units. By the time you become a 6A, you would have earned already 250,000 to 300,000 ringgit. That is the accumulated income for someone who become a 6A. 250 to 300,000 machines. That is how to be. That is if you become 6A. Now, how do you become 6A? Why do I say 85% of the 4As will become a 6As? Because if you do it correctly, you follow our methods, you are bringing your friends up to the Zoom, you are sharing with them not just the Kangen water, but also the business. Nowadays, some of them will pick up the business and now you are willing to go down and help them and work with them together. All you need to do is to help 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 people become 4As, then you become 6A, right? So you need to do is you need to help 3 or 4 people to do 20 units or more, help them to make money as they are also helping you to make money, right? So then that's how you become a 6A. So if you do it correctly, 85% of them, you will become the one of the 85%. Then what about if you don't do it correctly? What happens if you not do it correctly? Not do it correctly. Not do it. You know what is not correct? What about the 15%? That 15% is here. That 15% is the 1A people who has not get our idea, who only knows how to sell to their friends. They don't have sales, they have customers. They treat their friends like customers. No, that's why I teach you, don't treat your friends like customers. Treat your friend like partners. It's up to them whether they want to do it or not, okay? But they are your partners. Help them to become successful. And that will help you to become successful too. So you become a 6A. Now, friends, one question. In a COVID time like this, would that 250,000 to 300,000 ringgit helps you? Yes or no? Would it comes in handy for your family? That amount of money, 250 to 300,000, does it help your family? Give me an honest answer. Yes or no? Yes or no? Type down there Y or N. No. Because this 300,000, sometimes it takes for people few years in when they have to work, few years in order to earn some amount like that, you know. But you know why? Since 2012, that was the time that it broke my it really just opened up my mind, right? So I almost miss it. This is my story. So for first 6 months, I am like a customer. I keep telling people, I'm telling myself, I don't want to do business. I don't want to do business. I don't want to do business. I telling my friends, I know I'm not doing business. Actually, I'm telling myself, I don't want to do business now. It takes me 6 months. Then later on, I went back to ask my wife, do we do the business? And she said yes, because in that 6 months, we've seen so many testimonies. People just drink water and then their health improve. It was so amazing. So 6 months later, I take out all the books and read again. Wow, really? Really? This book, they are writing about Kangen water and they are not being paid by Enagic. They are not the employees there. Why are they talking about Kangen water inside their books? Now, then I suddenly thought of that. I asked my wife, do you want to do the business or not? Yes. So in the first 6 months, as a customer, I do have some friends want to buy, right? So I have 7 units there. But in the second 6 months, I did it so seriously. I built it the group. Remember, I got 15 friends, then it became 100, right? So in that 6 months, I did 95 units. Then I become a 6A. But you know what? The more amazing thing is this. Since 2012, since that time onwards, Malaysia has already have 706 there. And I started 9 years. Yeah, in that time, I become a 6A. But today, I have helped in my group called True Help 9.5. We have 300 over 6As in the group now. More than 300 people in the 6A. I think this is key. First of all, I never thought that this business can make money for me. Okay, it's this honest thing. I never thought of that. But secondly, I never thought that not just me make money, but I can help many other people make money. Isn't it key, my friends? If you come in to hear a talk like this, I'm sure the speaker that speaks to you must be someone who has backed it, that's why they are sharing with you the good things, right? But how would you like if only they make money, nobody else? Or would you like to come into a business that many people make money? You see, that's why I'm so blessed on it. Now, so it leads me into the 4th point, yeah? So what is the ultimate? Is the 6A. What after 6A? People ask me, what after 6A? Now, what after 6A is like this. You want to help other people to continue to grow. Just like you become a 6A, now your friends, they become 4A. Now they also want to become 5A. They also become 6A. So help them. Help many people to become successful as possible. Zig Ziglar said this, you can get everything in life you want if you just help enough others to get what they want. We understand this, but how do I do that? How do I go out and I give rice, I give bread to anybody that I see, and I will get what I want also. So I understand that, but how do I do it? Now you can do this in KANGEN. Because when you have more and more 6A under your groups, the company will start to pay you monthly and quarterly bonuses. Now, these are something extra apart from your commissions. Your commissions are those money that you are taking in every machines, and when you teach your friends to do the same thing, you get overriding, right? No, those are called commissions. But now, apart from commissions, you'll be getting paid in monthly and quarterly bonus. This is another word, passive income. This is another word, freedom. Just imagine this. 2020 is a difficult year. 2021, actually, it will be more or less like 2020 because we have just started to do COVID vaccination. There's still a lot of question mark about the effectiveness. It will take some time before we will have the herd immunity, right? That means you get 70, 80% of the people get things. Well, Malaysia haven't even started yet anyway. All right. So it's going to take many months. So this year, it will be similar like last year. So last year is MCO year. This year is same thing. MCO, CMCO. It probably will be like this. Okay. But what if you already now earning passive income? Lockdown, you have passive income. If you have lockdown, you have passive income. That's called freedom. Okay. Freedom means what? Through physical health, body, through financial health, and through spiritual health, through mental, through peace of mind. That's what we call freedom. You work not because you have to. You work not because you have bills to pay. You work because you like to. You like to help other people. You work. That is what we call freedom. So his is possible. This is possible. How to do it? Get started. Number one, whatever passive income you're going to think about it, I want to bring you back from number 4 to number 3, number 2 to number 1. Get back to number 1. Number 1 is to start. It's nothing if you don't start, right? So, okay, this is about passive income. I'm just going to skip this thing, right? Okay. So you may ask me this question. It sounds good, but I have no experience. Can I do it? Yes, you can. You can, right? Everyone can. Now, this is how you start. So number 1, you must say yes. Say yes to what? Say yes to good health for your family. Okay? Decide and get on with it. Start your Kangen water machine. Start drinking it. Number 2, you can do invite. Invite for what? Invite for our online sessions. Invite for offline sessions. If you are offline, you can actually, now as MCO is almost over, so you actually can meet people outside, can invite Invite means what? You don't need to talk yourself. So you can actually invite one of your advisors, one of your seniors to come with you to help you to do a presentation to your new friends, to your friends. Isn't it better? So you don't do it yourself, right? So you do invite. Or you can invite on Zoom. If you like to do everything at home, some people like this. Okay. And see, lockdown or no lockdown, I just enjoy working at home. Okay. You can do invitation, invite people to come online. Okay. So that's how you do. You do like this. You don't do presentations. You don't do you just become a good invitees, right? Now, so step 3 is where you grow. So you do is simple. You follow our methods. We have experience. We have 300 over 6 days. We can help you. Let us help you, and so that you can grow from there. These are the things that you pick up very easy. Are we one product, one company that has been doing this for 46 years already? You think that is easy? Okay. So you don't need to get involved with so many different products, but just one product. Everyone can do it. So why? That's why the last one is there. You gotta understand of our support. This is us. We are here. So we are already 310 6A strong. In fact, we have 6As from Dubai, we have 6A from China, we have 6A from Indonesia. We have already have 6A. By the way, this business is truly international. Okay. So we know how to help you. These are some of the leaders. Some of you may know them. This is just part of the leaders. We last year Enagic has a lot of regular money contests. Every month you see us. It's the same faces. It's all about team. Every time there has a competition, probably about our whole 9.5 team. It's about 80% of the photos is our member, is our leaders. So we used to go a lot to Japan. I really miss this time. I go to Japan five times just to visit the factory. 5 times already. We are in every seminars you see us. We do a lot of seminars in past. We also do charity work. So this is one work that we did in Malacca. Okay. You see Belinda, the white lady, shirt lady is Belinda. She and her husband, they went down there, and we gave away one machine to this. This is dialysis center. Dr. Quay was there, so we take this. This is our Sarawak side. Sarawak side, they were also doing their own things. They give away wheelchairs to the hospital. They give Kangen water machines to autism. They have a lot of good testimonies from the autism center, by the way. Okay, autism center Kangen water really helps. So this is what we do. So now it comes to the last one. Timing. In business, in restaurants, location. Business is timing. Okay. So some friends said, Shin, am I a bit too late? I mean, you have been doing this business for 10 years already. You're doing very well, right? I heard that last year, US has improved in 15-20% sales, No, I mean the whole Enagic Malaysia. But is it a bit too late for me to come in? My friends, many of them, they heard of Kangen water. Have you seen friends who heard of Kangen water, but they don't know what Kangen water is? Right? Okay. Now, you see this. Since 2012, Enagic Malaysia has sold over 80,000 Kangen machines all over in Malaysia. A lot? No. You know what? Because Malaysia, there are 32 million people in Malaysia. Divide by 4, that's how you get 8 million families. So do you know how much has we covered? What? The answer is 1% of the market. We have only covered 1% of the market. We cannot finish doing the market. Many people has heard of Kangen water, but they do not know what is Kangen water. They still thought it's a water filter. Many of our friends say, and that is good news for me. Okay, that means okay, there are 99% of the people there I still can go to. Okay, because our market's too big. Anyone who drinks water is our market. You know that. When you do a business, do you want to do a business that covers all the market or what? We cover all the market. Okay, only those people who doesn't drink water is not our market. Have you seen people who don't drink water? That was people who already moved house. they already go to heaven. So other than that, any person who drinks water is our market. So that was the good timing. Plus, why is Enagic in the year 2020? Other offices are closing down. Other restaurants are closing down. Businesses are closing down. How come Enagic Malaysia has grown 15 to 20% last year? Why? Because of the great timing. Number one, people are more concerned about health than ever. Number one. Number two, people are really concerned about the finance. In the last few months, we have seen people, businessmen, okay, airline stewards, stewards, airline stewards, okay. So we have seen many different kind of people who came in to join our business. People who usually, I know I don't online to do other things. I just work on my work. I love my work, But many of these people who love their work now, they don't have a work to go to anymore, or they already have in some potential problem coming up. So they have to have rethink their future. They have to have a plan B. That's why that was a great timing. There's never has any time like that. In every time you look at the difficulties, there are always the opportunities there. Come and see this. Kangen water is really great timing. Okay. So I have just finished with you. Company, 46 years old, product really unique. Not water filter. Drink water can have good health. Okay. The business plan that I tell you exactly how much money can you make and how many of us has made it. And I tell you also this is something that is long term that you can pass to your children, something that is inheritable to your next generations. And I tell you what are the supports that we have. That we have already had 300 over 6 days. 306 days. One thing is for sure. These 300 numbers, some of you here, they're already with us for some time already. It wasn't 300. It was 200. It was 100. It was 50. We have 56 days. You know that? We have 26. Wow, we have 26 days in the group now. It was like that. But I continue to grow to 300. Do you know this number will become 1,000? Do you know that 1% of the Malaysian market will become 2%, will become 5%? You know that? When do you want to join us? You want to join when you are like the 1%er, or you want to join us later when we are already 5% of the market, then you come and join us. 10% of the market, then you come and join us. Where you are. So you see the timing, support, product company, business plan is so important. That's what Mr. Oshiro said this. See, we are better than what happened to us because we are the master of our ships, firmly in charge of our destinations and the things which will happen to us. This is Mr. Oshiro, the chairman of Enagic. COVID comes, he never asks you whether you like it or not. He just comes. But you know what, friends? We can decide. If you see this as a plan B, as a long-term solution to health, to finance, to everything here, you need to take action. My job, I can only take action for myself. 9 years ago, I took that action. I almost missed it, friends, because for the first 6 months, I keep telling myself, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, I don't want to do it. I cannot do it. Is it true? I cannot do it. Is it true? No, it is not true. But there was something that I tell myself, I cannot do, I cannot do, I don't want to do it. I cannot do. No. But once I get through that, my life has changed. My life has changed. My finance life, okay. But I can only take actions for myself. What about you guys? You have to take actions for your family. I cannot take that action for you. My job is here to help you to understand it better. That's my job. So friends, thank you so much.